Speaking of cars, Balloons, please pull up the clip. Let's give it a rip. When Balloons has it, he'll pull it up. But I wanna review this.
Yeah, I was about to say no way Balloons had it at the ready, bro.
I emailed it to him.
Oh, I 100% had it on the ready. I had the tab open already and everything. I was just waiting for Josh's word. No, I mean Coop's word. My bad.
It's definitely an interesting video. I just have a couple of takes on it. Let's go
ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I don't know, Josh, just something about that scream. Like you've already heard about my thoughts in the DM.
Go ahead, bro. Say.
Coop has also heard my thoughts already.
Guys, Balloons was a lot more accepting. Balloons was a lot more accepting than I was.
Go crazy, bro. Go crazy.
No, but Balloons came to your defense. I'm telling you, Balloons came to your defense. But
bro, just say it, bro. Just say it.
Oh, did we send each other the same meme? Did we send each other the same meme, Josh? Yeah,
no, because you sent it to me, so I had to send it back, bro.
Yeah, bro. See, this is for all the people that think that Josh and I argue all the time on the podcast. This is the real shit right here. Okay?
He's so happy over the meme. He's so happy, bro.
I just have to include that because I really got to cutting Josh's ass. So basically, Josh posts this to his story, and I said, "Goofy ass scream! I'm cutting your fucking ass on the pod for this, bro. Fake YouTube prank ass laugh. One of the Avengers when their friend dies and they get a close up, because that's really what I don't know, dude. Something about the scream itself was just like it gave me the vibe that it was one of those days where." It's just, and I've had those days where something happens and it's just one thing too many and you just had to let it out.
I hear that point. I actually want to hear Balloon's point first before I continue. What was your...
So what I told Jacob earlier, got a full name you, my guy. Because I told Jacob Coffeeman earlier, it's self-control, right? Like you did that, in my opinion. Because, like, if I don't just yell for, like, a moment, I'm going to make a poor decision later. So I'm just going to get it out now so I can have a clear head later. And that's mine.
I definitely agree with that for sure. But, like, Josh, would you say you would have been the type to, like, hop out? Like, what wouldn't have happened? I feel like you just got to let all that shit out, man. Like, I feel, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Just, like, literally, you know, because I feel like you kind of, this is just me. At knowing you as well as I do, and let me know if I'm wrong here, but it felt like you kind of held back with the scream a little bit, like you didn't let yourself experience the anger, because that fucking asshole was probably on his phone and was not at all paying attention and just fucking rear-ended. Like, that's enough. I maybe I'm a psychopath. You know what? I'm starting to realize this about myself, but I feel like I would have been like, you know what I mean? But I definitely would have gone a little bit more like, maybe, you know what? I think Balloons is right. I think you do have good regulatory control, but would you say you were, I want to see if I know you as well as I think I do. Was that like did you stop yourself from getting more angry halfway through the scream?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that that's impossible to say that like I stopped the scream. What I do know is when it happened, there's like that split second where it's like I'm processing to make sure that's what just happened. Like, did that even just happen? And then it just keeps setting in like, oh my gosh, bro. Now it's something else that has to be taken care of. And then you see, you know, then you see the little, you know, just exactly. And then like the scream. But I think that the scream or the yell was me. Just it's closer to what Balloon said. I wasn't necessarily thinking like, let me get this out now so I don't, you know, it doesn't come out later. But it was just my release of just, and then after I got it out, whether or not I stopped it early or not, after I got it out, you know, just was like, you know, I'm still miffed about it, but I had gotten out the initial just really, really anger and moved over to the side. And as a matter of fact, you know, I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, like it's not terrible as it could have been. You know, it's still annoying to deal with, but it's not terrible. And I look at the person, realize that it's a girl, you know, find out that she's actually a year older than me. I look at her, she's crying, like you see it in her eyes. She's trying to not like cry, but she's just really, really apologetic. And I was like, yo, I could go crazy and go screaming at that girl for real right now, but I'm going to choose to not do that. And I'm going to choose to tell her, listen, like, it's okay. You know, things happen. As a matter of fact, like, you know,
Having to comfort your executioner, that's crazy.
No, and that's but you know I just want to interject real quick, Josh. You know what I was laughing at, like I was thinking about in the car on the way here, was being the girl, right? So you're on your phone, you're just do-do-dum.
I gotta explain that.
Yeah.
So it actually go ahead though.
I was gonna say you look up and then you just in the rear view mirror, you just see Josh. Like, bro, I would have been so fucking. I would have been like, oh, bro, this guy's going to get out of the car and beat the fucking brakes off of me. And then
if she heard your scream, yeah, dude, if she heard that.
Or just even, dude, like even the silent, like seeing Josh just recoil and then be like, I would have been like, oh my God.
I actually don't know what she saw, actually. She probably could have seen that from my car, but I don't know if she was looking.
It's funny.
But so what the full story is, Coop, you know about like Bear Mountain or Route 6 when you're going.
Yeah, dude, that's such a treacherous road.
So going up Balloons, there's like an area that you can see. You know, there's this place called Woodbury Commons, and then there's Route 6 that you can take, and it takes you up, right? It takes you up into the mountain and starts taking you toward Bear Mountain. Now there's a Route 6, and then there's a Route 293, and that there's like a merger, and it leads away from Route 6, right? So there's a whole bunch of traffic just around that area. You know, everybody's merging and a whole bunch of stuff is going on. And in addition to that, on the side of the road, there's like an ambulance. There's a car right outside, right in front of behind the ambulance with its bumper missing, and then a cop car right behind that car. So you know how it is. People are driving. Everybody's nosy. Everybody's, trying to see what they can see.
Also, start and stop. That's the worst part I hate about all that. It's like, I'm talking that unique brand of traffic that it's like
exactly. So the start and stop. So I was one of those who got caught up in the little snare. Almost didn't recognize that the car ahead of me had stopped, but I caught mine like in time to where it doesn't look like crazy. You know, it doesn't look like, oh my gosh, I was about to hit dude. You know, I caught it, and I literally was in my mind about to say like, oh man, thank God I caught it, because that could have been bad. But the girl behind me, unfortunately, was looking at the ambulance and trying to figure that out, and she didn't stop herself in time and hit the back of my car. I couldn't stay mad, especially seeing her like she had her wits end. She's bawling her eyes out. I was like, all right, listen, I get it. You know, it's all right. Like I literally was about to do the same thing, so I didn't want I didn't want to push it on her. You know,
man.
I spoke to her. I gave her a card from my church to say, if you want to pop out anytime. And then I told her, I told the cop that was like working, I was like, hey, listen, I know it's her fault, but if possible, try to, make her feel a little bit better, if possible. And the cop was like, all right, I'll do my best. And I went on my way.